Hi there. Beautiful day. May the 13th, 2022, Friday the 13th. That's right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another social production. Let's start today's episode with a little something. This, that shit that gets you hard. This, that shit that gets you soft. This, that shit that makes you wet. This, that shit that dries you up. This, that shit that makes you see. This, that shit that makes you blind. This, that shit that makes you hear. This, that shit that makes you deaf. This, that shit that makes you laugh. This, that shit that makes you cry. This, that shit that'll make you come. This, that shit that'll make you go. This, that shit that'll take you high. This, that shit that'll take you low. This, that shit that'll blow your mind. This, that shit that's yours to find. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, gang. We did it. No big deal. Halfway through the, what is it? January, February, March, April, May. 5th month of the year. It's just, whizzing by. Fast. Fast and curious. Love y'all, gang. Thank you for joining me today. As per usual, we're gonna just have fun, stay silly with it, get loose, because it is Friday after all, and it's looking gorge outside. Temperatures are in the double digits, no big deal. It's really nice. Short shorts. Watch these videos and get a free abortion, everybody. We have a team of poorly trained staff who are very eager to get you aborted in under 72 hours notice. It's 3 a.m. You're like, man, I'm craving an abortion, but nowhere is open. That's where we come in. Don't worry, we come to you. Listen, do you have a bathtub? No bathtub, no problem, okay. Do you have a simple stand-up shower? What about some blankets and boiling water? Great. Listen, we can do it on the kitchen table. That's right, on the kitchen table. In your hallway, bro, in your backyard, at grandma's 87th birthday party. We'll get you aborted. No one will know. That's actually our slogan. No one will know. So, support the show, support the cause, and yeah, you never know. When you're in need, we'll be there. When you're feeling like you're a couple of weeks, months late, we'll be there. Are we qualified? You know, we do our best. We do our best. We sent a few staff members down south, further down south, because we're up here in north. If we were to just send them down south, it'd be like the US, which will still, you know, Canada, US, I'll say standards. When it comes to standards, we're pretty close in certain areas. But I mean further down south, where things are a little bit further loose, and we like it that way. So we sent a couple of guys, a couple of ladies, got them trained, and they're ready. They're ready to make money. And not that we're doing this for money, it's about you and your family and your future. God damn it! I'm not gonna stand here and have you go full prego on me when you're not ready. You call the shots. Who's the pants wearing ladies and gents out there? You guys rock the pants and the kilts and the skirts and the shorts and the, well, we covered all the shorts, pants, leggings, tights, socks, undies. Yo, who's wearing all the garments that are, you know, covering the lower hemisphere of your bods out there? We got you. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to push. I love you all. Thank you for the love and support. And it's exciting, ladies, gents. It's exciting times. Went for a walk yesterday, as I normally do, because it's summertime. It's springtime, but it feels like summer. We go fairly quick up in this bitch into like summer. But we go winter and then straight to summer. That's how we do it in Canada. We get like 1 month of, I'm sorry, like 1 or 2 weeks of spring, and then it's just summertime, baby. Summertime madness. It's the summertime madness. Whoa. No. Feel me? Get in there. Love everybody. Hope everybody's, you know, I hope you're, whatever you're into, you know, you're into growing your own pimples. Fully behind that. Support it. Do it. You're like, man, I want to just, grow me some fungi, and it could be anything. It could be on your skin. It could be the fungi that'll lead you to, it could be a magical fungi, a legit fungi. Plant it, consume it, have fun with it, whatever you're into. Support it 100%. But I went for a walk yesterday. I went for a couple of walks. That's what I do. I try to get the most walks when it's nice outside. And you run into neighborhood peepsies, all sorts of neighborhood peepsies. The young, the old, the thin, the wide, the tall, the short, all shapes, sizes, everybody. Everybody's beautiful, everybody's doing their thing, but ran into a couple of minors approached me. First minor fella, approached me on the streets as I was walking, listening to my tunes, and asked me, hey dude, can I ask you something? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Go ahead, please. Could you buy me something from the dispensary? He was near a dispensary, and he's now asking me to buy him something. Now, he didn't get specific with what he wanted from the dispensary, which was, a little part of me, again, it's, yeah, I can't. I just can't, my guy. It'd be wrong on so many different levels, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? It's, but it made me laugh, and I think he knows too. He probably, community. If I could, I would, but I can't, so I'm not gonna. And it'd be, yeah, don't want to cross certain boundaries with. Next thing you know, Canadian podcast sensation buying substances for it's not a good look, not something I'd like to dabble in. So please, love everybody, and that's the thing. Looking out. Thanks for looking out. It's what I does. Just say no until you're of age, and then even then give it a few years if you can, because you got your whole life to, slow down there, slow down. But also, high school kids, that's what it is. That's what it is. I never, not judging anybody, not, but at the same rate, in terms of like substances, like if you can, wait at least till you're, of legal age at least, and even then, be careful out there. Don't just be. But no, the short answer, no, I cannot buy you something from this. And I like the vagueness that I could have gone in there and like, bought you everything else. I could have bought you maybe a sticker with like, oh, I love ganja, or like, whatevs, Could have bought you, the few, limited options when you ask somebody to go, can you buy something from the dispensary for not a lot of, it's very specific items that they're selling. I can't, buy you a protractor or like a ruler or a calculator. You don't even need a calculator, dog. You got your phonesies on you. But yeah, but sorry but not sorry, and like, fuck. Ugh. Get your kids the drugs. Give your kids drugs, so that I don't have to have these conversations with the young bloods out there on the streets, on the nice sweet streets of Toronto. You feel me? And yeah, little homie, just fucking concentrate on school there for a little bit longer, and then go work. Is what I'd say to my younger self if I were in that position, because and that's what it is. I'm not gonna have that conversation with a rando teenager, because that's just, again, just not my place. The parentals and the schooling, you all do that, but that's one thing. So no, I'm not in support of buying you something from the, sure, we could be, that's, we're neighbors, we're neighborhood people, we're a bunch of people in the neighborhood, we're a bunch of neighbors together. Oh man, I had to get it off my chest, but that's what it is. Feeling good. Also happened to run into another this one was and that's the thing, another couple of youngins approached me. I was walking by and they pointed to a sign. They're like, hey mister, hey mister, hey mister. I'm looking around for a mister, because I don't identify with, like, don't call me, mister sounds, mister, sir, these things. I'm not ready for that shit. I'm not ready for that shit. you know, call me, hey, you know, you be young blood, I can be old blood. Not that old, but like, you know, hey there. Just regular dude would just suffice, you know what I mean? Mister, it's like, ugh. But they said, hey mister, what does this sign say? They pointed to a sign and a word. What is this word? And it was for a local croquet club. They asked me what croquet was, and they're like, is it the same as cricket? And no, it's not. No, it's not. So I had that brief conversation. I didn't get into the depths of what croquet is, because, you know, I don't, you know, sure, did I win a couple of croquet championship medal ribbons, trophies in my day? Back in, yeah, of course, we croqueted hard. We were the hardest croquet team. It was the Canadian men's croquet team versus it was the 98 croquet Olympics. It was us and the Swedes. We went to the finals. Croquet the shit out of the Swedes, dude. Fucking knock. Because we were up in this bitch. Anything with it, you give us a stick and a ball, man, we get slapstick all over that shit, dog. Like when it comes to hockey, croquet, cricket, you know, all the sports with the sticks and the balls. That's how we do it around here. But that's, you know, that was more educational. It's like, what is this word? It's croquet. It's not cricket. So that's, you know, felt like, you know, just giving back little by little. It's what it is. You know, read to your kids a little bit. Give them a book. Or you know what? One book. If you give them the dictionary, give your kids the dictionary. You literally don't even, and that way they can just make their own, because everything's in there. So you're basically giving the recipe. They're not out there, you know, playing cricket with croquet rules, or vice versa, you know, playing croquet with cricket, or cricket with croquet. They don't get, so there's not that, you know, oh, what am I doing? Just feeling out of place. Just saying, fam, spend a little time with the kids and the community. Everybody's got to be good. Everybody's taken care of. We're all good. No, you know, not under my watch. No kid's gonna be doing drugs under my watch. But it's not my watch, so it's your watch. So it's watch your kids. But you know, it's what it is. I'm just saying. You know. And moving forward, should I one day have, you know, normal average number, let's say, you know, 23 kids, you know, normal family, so 20, let's say I have 23 kids in the future, near future, late future, the mid-range future, I have it with a lady, right? Traditional, doing it, fucking P to V, dog. That's P to V. Need I say more? Penis to vag, babies, old school babies. Where'd they come from? Mama's batch. Traditionally speaking, of course. Organically speaking, of course. Natty all the way, baby. Babies out the badge. That's the way we like them. So should I go ahead and, you know, proceed and make a normal, regular 23 plus me and the wifey 25 person? That's a platoon. That's a small little army. That's a little gang. Oh my God, we could be. Oh my God. Oh, fucking revelation time. Are families little gangs? Oh my God. Oh shit. Oh my God, did we just make family? Oh my God, we solved families. We fucking solved oh my God, because family's a small gang, dude. Family's the small gang, and it's, you could be the Peaky Blinders of Toronto, but like nicer. You know, not so much with the slashing, but also, yeah, not so much with the slash, but like, fucking, we're a dapper gang. Oh my God, fuck, I didn't even, that makes it look cool. Alright, I can fuck with a gang. Fucking gang of families, or a family of gangs. No, one gang, one family. That's what we are. We're a gang and we're a family. Man, why not just put that, like, it's just right in front of you sometimes, isn't it? So, down the line, 23 normal kids, you know, should one of my young bloods be just, you know, immersing themselves in the neighborhood and in the atmosphere and walking about and asking, if they ask you to read them a sign, go ahead. If you know the word, please go ahead and, read the sign. But if they ask you for anything, if one of my kids and if one of my goddamn kids ever steps up to you and says, hey, mister, or hey, miss, can you buy me something from the dispensary or the LCBO or the wine rack? It'd be weird if kids were like, hey, that's really wine rack, that's a little bit, that's LCB, and that's the thing. Have I done it when I was younger? Not with weed, but I do remember there was a time where I did try to buy with a bunch of friends alcohol, and did we ask? I think we asked somebody at one point, I don't know, we ended up getting it somehow. So it's like, but that's the thing. If one of my 23 kids approaches you and asks you to buy them any substances, or just don't be that fella or lady. It's like, yeah, I don't need you to be cool with the fucking kids and the underages and the minors. Okay, you be that fucking just all right. That's what I'd like from you. That's what I put out there. So one day, if I were to have a normal 23 kid household, I can feel safe, relatively speaking, of course, so that they're roaming out on the streets, on the mean streets, on the sweet soft streets of Toronto. I can feel okay, so that if they were to, hanging out by themselves or a couple of friends and they're getting into mischievous behavior and activity, because that's what, youth is all about. I've been there, you've been there, we've done it. Let's not run it back. So what I'm trying to say is that just be, sorry, but not sorry, little dude, not, little fella, little lady, just no, go, no. Oh, man. And then, yeah, that's what it is. So that's what we did. And I'd like that to be, if somebody, again, fucking, I'll make sure they're my kids. I'll print t-shirts with the fucking logo. It'll be, you'll know. I'll brand the kids, dude. I will legit, oh man, fucking went down the fucking like Yellowstone path, but at least they know we did it out of love. Because we're again, oh my god, gang activities, again, family gangs, dude. Peaky Blinders, Yellowstone. Makes sense. Branding, no. Bonding with your family, bondage. No, just regular bonding. Good. But that's, yeah, I didn't even think about that. You can totally be like, okay, I'm gonna need you to, and then give them tasks, fix a couple of games. The games are broken, fix them. Send a couple of them to the schools they do the inside trading. Papa's investing in some inside trading information later on, hopefully. That's what you'd hope out of your kids, a surgeon or two. So when shit hits the fan, Papa's getting that fucking face-off operation for free. It's not really free because 23 kids, goddamn, that's really expensive. I've done the math, roughly a lifetime, 3 million per kid, 23 kids, 3 million each. If it was 1 million, that'd be 23 million. That's 2, 4, 6, $69 million. Dude, that's not cheap. 69 million to raise 23 kids. Papa's gotta make money down the line somehow. But it's an investment. That's the way I look at it. Should I look at it? Down the line, midline. So a couple of them are athletes, scientists, lawyers, police, nurses. There's 23 of them, a couple of artists. Like, Papa, I want to be like you. You don't want to go down this path. But at the same rate, I supports it. If that's what you want to do, I supports it. What was I trying to say? Point is that stay tight-knit with the fam, with the gang. Okay? Love y'all wherever you are. I've been also meaning to discuss something that has come to my attention, and I've been doing a little tiny little research on this because I'm a fan, and I was just like, here, I'm going to show you what I'm a fan of. Look at this. If I may, Your Honor, I'd like to present Exhibit A. We've got here a family size Lay's ketchup, ketchup chips, bag of ketchup chips. It's family size. We are a family, so it makes sense. And it is the most delicious potato chip, in my opinion, out there. And I'm like, I got a little bit intrigued. I'm like, who invented the ketchup chip? You know, who invented the ketchup chip? And I couldn't really find a concrete answer. There were different answers. Apparently, it might be, you know, do your own research, man. Do your own research. But apparently, it was invented in the 30s or 40s, if I'm not mistaken. But then really had its heyday in the 70s and 80s, especially in the Canadian market. Apparently, that's what I found out. Apparently, us Canadians, we loves the ketchup flavored chips. It's a thing too down south, but apparently not as big as it is here. Because this shit right here, I don't buy too much chips, but whenever I do, it's fucking Lay's ketchup chips. And this shit is mad. Don't try eating this and then, you know, robbing a place, because after, I'm not gonna do it right now, but after going in, you'll come out with just, you'll be leaving you know, fingerprints, thumbprints, index fingerprints, toe prints. I've seen a fella leave a cock print. I've seen a lady just dip her, you know, that's what it is. I've seen, you know, monkey prints, dude, you know what it is, because this shit leaves a trace. And but nonetheless, it's delicious, it's beautiful. And yeah, here's the thing, this is how you know you're in a simulation, because sometimes it's right in front of us. Look at this, fam. What does that say? What does that say? Simulated flavor. I mean, does it get more obvious than that? Can it go more blatant? Can it be more overt? Simulated flavors. Now, here's the thing. There is probably going to be a debate online after this video, you know. If you want to buy into the dip right now, because it's one of those potato chips, specifically ketchup potato chips. After this podcast, it's gonna everybody's just gonna be like, oh, let me get me some of that simulated potato chips crack for my mouth hole. You're welcome, Lay's ketchup flavored, simulated flavored chips, flavored. And it's the best. One of the top 5 for sure. It's ketchup chips, salt and vinegar, classic Doritos. And the rest of y'all can go fuck yourselves. That's how I feel about the other chips. Getting in here with go fuck yourselves. You know, that's just how I feel. That's how strongly I feel about my chips. I don't take this shit lightly. This is, I draw the line. And it helps me when I draw lines. Because I'm like, man, look at that straight line. It's linear. There's a before, there's the, oh, we're on it now, we're on the line, and then there's the after, and we don't go after the line. Well, we push the boundaries, so I guess we do. We push the envelope, don't we? So I guess there are no lines. You draw the line, I cross the lines. Lines are crossing. There is a breakdown in communication. Now you're getting phone calls that were not intended for you. Hello, I'd like to return an item. You're like, I'm working, even though you're not. And you probably got the wrong number is what you'll say, and you'll hang up. 5 minutes later, lines crossed again. I'd like to return an item. You're like, God damn it. Told you I'm working from home. Wrong number. Clickety click. Hang up. Lines crossed. Ring a ring. I like to return it. Now you take it personally. You're like, okay, let's return your item. So now you're going through the barcodes. Now you're like, oh, do you have a receipt? Can I see the last 4 digits of the Visa number or MasterCard that you used to make the purchase? Now you're going through emails. Because we can't take orders back without receipts and the last 4 digits of that Visa or MasterCard. You feel me? Draw the lines. The point that I'm trying to make is that ketchup chips, crack for your face hole. I know it says family size, and I'm a family of 1 right now, but with, I eat for 25. I eat for 25 if I want to. I could sit down and eat that in one sitting, but I do have a little bit of, when it comes to eating, that's where I have a little bit of discipline. I'll munch, don't get me wrong, but and I've done it in the past, but I'm like, okay, let's make this bag last a couple of days at least, and I'll go full fucking raccoon on it in the evening and nom 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 nom. And I'll leave a little bit just so I know there's a little bit left, so that I didn't finish. I'm not a full out pig, or at least that's what I tell myself. And then, but you should see me, maybe not a full pig, but a little piglet in the evenings, just going to town on that fucking ketchup chips. Can't stop me. I won't stop. That's what it is. But got me to think about the origin of the delicious ketchup flavored chips, and it wasn't really clear, and that's why I decided to do my own research and come up with I wrote a little something, and here we're going to just divert our attention to this story regarding ketchup chips, and I'm going to have a sip before I start reading this. Thank you again for joining me today. Burns my lips. The ketchup chip. Okay, I need you to just, rinse out your minds for a second. We're going into a full-out story. Everything that you know, I want you to forget everything don't forget everything that you know. Unless you want to forget everything that you know. But, hey man, I'm not telling you how to live your life, but just park whatever you know for a second, and then we're going to just dip into this story. Just follow me on this ride. This is the original. If you were out there wondering, oh my god, I love ketchup chips, who and what was behind it, how did it come up, this is the story. I was under a lot of pressure in the 70s. I was working in the potato chip industry, or commonly referred to as PC. I was knee deep in PNC. It's potato chips. The economy wasn't doing that well. People weren't buying as much. The consumers had to pinch every dollar and squeeze as much juice out of the dollar as possible. Of course, the dollar back in the 70s was far more juicier than the dollar of today. I'd see a lady or a fella on the corner of the street milking a buck. Times were crazy. So I'm like, okay, people aren't buying both potatoes and ketchup. It was rough. You bought either or. You had to decide, am I eating ketchup or am I eating potatoes for the rest of the month? But then a light bulb went off. You gotta realize this is around the same time light bulb quality was diminishing. Big light bulb figured they can make more money if they use thinner wires for their bulb. So light bulb goes off. Now you gotta buy another one. Classic consumer retention. This is the same tactic used by crack dealers on the streets. As you may recall, the 70s and 80s was the crack epidemic, or the crack heyday. The trick was simple. Get them hooked on the product and this shit moves itself. I'm talking light bulbs. So I'm off to go buy a new light bulb. And I get to thinking. I'm like, what if? Wild, crazy idea, fam, gang, syndicate. What if we were to put the two together? Do a little bit of scientific experiment, if you will. I wanted to go Siamese on the potatoes and the ketchup. I wanted to create my Frankenstein. Frankenstein was the doctor. I wanted to create the beast of the unity between ketchup and chips. It's never been done before, damn it. Breaking boundaries. So I'm like, what are people's top 2 favorite things to eat in the world? You guessed it. Ketchup and potatoes. So I spent hours, days, weeks, months, years working on the right formula. I drove all the way to South America. I got to meet with the best ketchup producers in the world. When I arrived in South America, they said, "We were expecting you. We were expecting you." I was like, "No way." They were like, "Totally." I'm like, "Y'all serious?" They're all like, "Yeah, man." I'm all like, "Cool, let's go to work then." So now, I get greeted by 4 South American gentlemen with guns, with jeans, wife beats, jewelry, tattoos. They put me in the back seat of a topless Jeep, and now we're driving, baby. Now we're just driving topless in South Americas. Daddy Yankee's playing in the background. Pitbull's playing in the background. Latin vibes only. We finally get to the mansion in the middle of the jungle. There's a mansion in the middle of the jungle, no big deal. I get out and there's a hot chick with an hourglass body wearing a swimsuit and smoking, and now she's approaching me to greet me. She says, "Greetings. We've been expecting you." Go inside the mansion and she takes me to the basement where they've got an illegal underground tomato lab. I'm talking big time tomato operation. 200 staff at least. All working on tomato stations, cutting, trimming, spraying, watching, growing. The whole place smelled like tomatoes. She sees okay. She sees. What? Sometimes it's the handwriting. You write so fast. You don't know what is this. She's like, "You want to sample the product?" That's what she says. "You want to sample the product?" I'm like, "I've come thus far. It'd be a damn shame if I didn't try pure Peruvian tomatoes." So she whips out her knife, stabs a tomato, and puts it up against my nose, and I take a hit, and she stabs the tomato again, and now she's taking a hit of tomatoes. Now my nose is bleeding. She caught me going a little bit too close, offering the tomatoes, but my nose is, it's a whole thing. She said, "Well, what do you think?" I said, "How much?" She says, "How much you want?" I says, "How much you got?" She says, "I got it all." So I says, I wants it all. She says, "It's all yours." I'm all like, "Great." She's all like, "Great." I'm all like, "This is a win-win-win situation." She says, "Win-win-win." I says, "Yeah, win-win-win." She says, "I can follow how you got to the win-win, because I win, you win, 2 wins. But how'd you get the 3rd win?" I said, "I win, you win. Consumers love the products, they consume it, they feel like they're winning. That's 3 wins in my book. A win, a win, a win. All around." And she's like, "Man, nobody really put it to me like that. Now that you put it like that, seeing it in a whole new different light. Like, you're welcome." So she's like, "I see. I never looked at it like that." She yelled something in South America, and the bags got to moving. People were moving bags. Bags were being loaded in the back of a plane. That's right. I was gonna be the largest importer of tomatoes. I pushed so much tomatoes that in the late 70s, mid 80s, there wasn't a tomato consumed that hadn't come through me. I was living the dream. We all were. Big glasses and bell bottoms as far as the eye can see. So before you go ahead and draw your own conclusions as to, oh, where do tomato flavored ketchup chips come from? Is it, what is this? Is it a product of what is it? No, it's not a product of what it is. It's what it is that it's a Canadian product. I believe 100% Canadian. 100% Canadian. I don't care what anybody else says. That's how it's going down in history. That's how it's going to be remembered. And I will go, because we went through a lot, man, trying to get those to, oh man. Oh, remember the nervous days of just walking into airports, briefcases filled with tomatoes. The hound dogs just sniffing away. I'm like, God, if they only knew what I had in these briefcases. Nuts. So, don't get any ideas out there thinking you know the history of ketchup flavored potato chips out there. We did it, no big deal. And you can do it too. We can do it together, gang. We can put our minds together in form of a cloud where we all have access to each other's minds and no one's got privacy. But man, in terms of like, we really valued safety, so we're like, okay, maybe the cloud thought makes sense, and now you can't have any privacy. How we get here is what you'll say, munching away on ketchup flavored potato chips. And hey, safety is numero uno. Safety above all. But also, no, that can't be it. That can't be, like, a little bit, you know what, I'm all for safeties. But numero uno, freedom. They can take away our hats, but they can't take away our freedom. What was the quote? It was a good quote. You've heard the quote. They can take away our nips, but they can't take away our freedoms. They can take away our rights, but are not our freedoms. No, wait. Freedom. It's numero uno. Up, like, number one. Freedom. Fucking up there. So, segue to the next quick story. Next time you come knocking on your doors, on your boy's door, I knock, and I'm like, who there? And you're like, we're here representing the Liberal Party of Canada, and there's some sort of election going on. Have you given any thought to who you're going to be voting for? Are you going to be voting for Liberals? And I'm like, I'm busy. I can't answer the phone right now. It's not a phone, it's a door. You said knock, so not ring. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I can't open a door and have a conversation right now. And I don't know who I'll be voting for. I don't even know if I'll be voting this time. What are we even voting for? Didn't we just have a vote? What's this vote for? But it's for our freedoms, I think. And if you're wondering, if you're coming saying knock, do you think you'll be supporting X, Y, or Z? I support freedom. Freedom, baby. Where were you? I need to see if your party was, acting like a bunch of dictators, probably not gonna vote for you. Just what it is. If your party doesn't respect my body, my choice when it comes to medicine, when it comes to babies, when it comes to what I can and can't do. If you're an impediment to freedom, I cannot support you there. Love ya. We can all change. And you gotta understand that freedom for me is the top one, up there, baby. Freedom, truth. One interchangeable. Freedom and truth, like up there, baby. Fucking up there. Roll the dice, snake eyes. Freedom, truth. Right? So yeah, if you if you were responsible for shutting down businesses for way longer than appropriate, because in the early stages, sure, let's not point fingers and blame people, but did people go a little bit overboard with the old power stick? Yeah, they did. So am I gonna be voting for your party? That's a definite no. Who am I going to be voting for? I don't even know when the vote is, but I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be opening my eyes and ears and supporting people in general who are freedom loving, supportive, kind hearted, free thinking individuals out there. You know what I mean? If you're still telling people, oh, do this or do the mandate that, if you pushed mandates, if you pushed masks, if you separated families, I am not voting for you. Love ya, but you went a little bit overboard, and yeah, here we are. So other peepsies out there, I have hope, I have dreams. Everybody else out there, you've got hopes, you've got dreams. So let's help each other cultivate those dreams and turn them into realities. A dream-filled reality. A reality show, no way, that's like the worst kind of dream formation. But no, not really. It's not the worst. It's in there, somewhere. Turning dreams into realities. And it's, it's putting on a show too. So it's, yeah, I guess, in a sense, it is a reality show. Show of life. Where the ground is the stage. Where there is no background or foreground. Where there is foreskin. No, wait. There's no foreskin. They've removed that too. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. But my point is that, yeah, man, my body, my choice. Not a fan of the mandates. The libs definitely went overboard. Very harsh. No bueno. So not voting liberals, no thank you. And yeah, I thought we just had an election. I'm not too good with these. I don't know. What is this? Whatever it is, yeah. If you go and knock a knock, and then you're wearing a mask, we're in May. You're wearing a mask, and just nah. Gang, hope you all have an amazing weekend ahead of you. Hope you guys are out there living your best lives. I just want to say, again, we're here. I'm here to just, for a brief second, if we can get serious for a brief second, here to spread joy, love, a laughter, a silliness, crack the jokes, whip the jokes, and talk about stuff that's on my mind, and express myself and put opinions out there. I don't know the answer to anything. I am learning, I'm growing, trying to have fun in the process. So I thank everybody who's been with me again from the get-go. I thank you for your patience. I thank you for, again, giving me the opportunity to come in here and open up my mind and my heart to you guys and gals out there, and thank you for opening the doors so that my heart and my mind can enter your mind and hearts, hopefully, if that's a thing. And anybody else who's joining us today, I'm that silly bird. I'm that silly man bird. Not quite like Birdman, although we've been known to flap a couple of wings and just fucking fly. So that's what I'm here for. I'm just trying to have a good time, trying to make myself, laugh, trying to get better at doing my work, which is the joke telling, the writing of the jokes, thinking of the jokes, cooking jokes, cutting jokes, we're chopping jokes in here. This is a joke trap house. you come in here and you just be, oh, haha, oh, who's passed out? Ah, ha ha, laughter, ah, ha ha. You know, that's nonstop, nonstop silliness. And yeah, sometimes there are issues that I like to talk about that are a little bit, um, serious maybe in nature or in tone. And again, I don't know too much about anything. I just try to go one day at a time and make the best decisions accordingly. And from what I see, all in all, big pick energy, we're all doing great, gang. We're all doing great, sure. Is there always, tomfoolery, a little bit of that, people, acting with, you know, greed and selfish intents out there, just somebody just trying to play Mr. Moneybags out there, Sure. But you and I know better than that, that we can't be bought with money. You and I know that things can't be purchased with money. Wait, okay, things can be purchased with money. All right, fine, I get it. Things can be purchased, but you and I can't be purchased. As in, our values are not up for sale. I don't care how much money you're putting on the table. You keep putting money on the table. You're like, here's some more money on the table, and I'm just like, bitch, take your money and shoves it up your rear end if you tries to ever, buy my values. Whether when it comes to freedoms, when it comes to truth, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, okay, chest out, chin up, go to fucking, I will fucking stand for those values because it means a lot to me. Like a lot. There's no monetary value that you can put on any of those items. So if you want people to go out there and support you, work for the peepsies, represent the peepsies. Don't be up there on your high horsey sitting in comfy positions and, jamming the pockets and tapping each other on the back and saying a good job and yes. While the average folks for the past 2 years and even moving forward, a lot of people have been drastically impacted. So that's just all I gotta say about the little election knock that I got on the elections. That is, I gotta read a little bit more into it, make myself more aware of what is going on around us. But nonetheless, man, it is the weekend. We're gonna have fun. I want you to get out there with your family, start a barbecue, start a little fire in the barbecue, put a couple of steaks, put a couple of chicken breast assists, a couple of potatoes, a couple of asparaguses, whatever you're into. Put it on the grill, fire it up, wear some short shorts, wear some tank tops, wear some t-shirts, wear some sandals, shave your legs, don't shave your legs. Shave your legs and then put them to good use, Don't donate it because there are people out there with no hair on their legs, and you could make their Christmas this on their birthday. You could be early Santa Claus. Starts with one hair follicle at a time, and before you know it, all the men and women out there who can't grow their own leg hair will be feeling like, yes. Let's think of it as a merkin, but for your legs is what I'm trying to sell. A merkin for your legs. And you know how I feel about merkins. Supported, 100%. Natural merkin. Now we're just talking about OG. Now we're just talking about a little OG Bush. Support it. I'm growing. Things change. Just a year and a half ago, you'd catch a video of me saying, "Oh, shave it or save it." I said, "Shave it." Now I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Save it. We saved it. And you grow and learn. Should things change down the line, we might just shave it again. And it's that ongoing circle of shaving and saving and saving and shave, and it's never ending, is it? The hair wins all the time. It never stops. It looks so cool to shave when you're young. You're like, God damn, I just want to grab that razor and be like Papa. Go to town on the old mustache. Now it's like every day. When will it stop? It's not stopping. And now you're getting a couple of grays in there. No big deal. It's fine. No big deal. A couple of grays. Who sees a couple of grays? It's really noticeable when you got, darker hair and it's like a couple of grays. Nobody cares. It's fine. It's all in your head. Nobody really cares. It's fine. Gonna get it. It's natural. You don't want to go down the process of fucking dyeing your beard hair, dude. Or do I go full fucking, that's just a no. No. No, 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 no. No, fam. Everything's fine. You let that beard, even if you got a couple of gray strands, that's fine. That's salt and pepper. That's wisdom. That's a little bit of stress, some might say, but guess what? Guess what? If it's gray, it's here to stay. Failing to see the win-win-win situation here. I'm sure there's a win in there. No big deal. Love you, fam. If you're going great, love you. If you're going reverses, yo, and you're not doing it via them technological trickeries, and you're not pulling voodoo, let your boy know. You're like, man, drink this herb. It'll make you trip, and when you wake up, all your grays are no longer gray. I'd be like, great, sign me up. But at the same rate, I'm like, natty all the way. Let's get gray. Let's stay gray. In the gray zone, down the center. It's always a so-so production. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend, fam. Be flexible. Love each other. Open your hearts. Open your minds. Open your legs. Close your legs. The point is, that I want you to be comfortable. I want you to always know that there's nothing you can't do. I want you to know that it's just you and me, a big old gang doing gang activity. And what did we learn today? Families can be gangs. We learned that ketchup chips be the best chips. We learned that sharing is caring. And we learned that dogmatic points of view are no bueno. Love ya. See you guys on Monday. And you can find these videos where you say Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, with your boy, no big deal, Rob Sadri, kicking it old school, new old school. Talk to you all on Monday. Peace out. Wear a condom. Seriously.